So Aaron, you play a lot of shooters. I'm curious to see what you think about Toxikk, because it's pretty much the complete opposite of every shooter that's come out in the last half decade. It's got no iron sights, it's got no customization of classes, no skill trees, it's got none of the bells and whistles that we have on new games. No graphics.
Will be all text-based. No, it has graphics. That's basically Unreal Tournament. Looks like they're trying to bring that style of gameplay back. Although, I don't know, man, if you don't have any unlock tree and you don't have cover and you don't aim down sights, like, you also might not have a reason for players to keep playing your game.
Titanfall did have all of those things, and now you can log on to a server, and there's about 6 people at any given time. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily keep people in these games for a long time. So it's really going back to a different era of shooting. It's just, I'm curious to see whether or not modern shooting fans will, take to that, or they'll be turned off by it.
Vehicle combat always adds a little bit of depth to games. Like the people who don't like to aim down sights play Counter-Strike these days. Would a guy who grew up playing Call of Duty or grew up playing Battlefield want to go back to the fast-paced movement and like just insanity of the Unreal style? It's also not free to play, meaning you do have to pay for it.
I think that's a pretty good angle to go, because a lot of the murkiness of games these days and a lot of the complaints from more core shooting audiences is that the free-to-play market is sort of, dirtying the water, so to speak. That things like Team Fortress 2, when they came out, were these fantastic shooters that had a really unique experience and were sort of fast-paced and had a lot of that arcadiness to them. But then as soon as it turned into, people wearing 16 hats and running around looking like cartoon characters, it no longer was the same thing. It was more of like a collection simulator.
They're really marketing just what is in a shooter.
Like,
it has guns.
This is like, your mouse has 2 buttons on it. Skill-based rewards.
Using the WSAD keys.
If you have skill, you can skill shot in pretty much. I think you could skill shot in World of Warcraft if you were good enough. I'm, personally excited to see a shooter that's intentionally trying to deviate from the norm. And, I guess we'll see Q4 when
in the sense that
access
it's going back
around.
to the old norm.
Yeah, for sure. It's not new, it's just old new.